Welcome to the Tech in L&D briefing.
Great to be here.
So today we're doing a bit of a deep dive into something that's, well, it's moving really fast, AI agents.
Hmm,
And specifically what they mean for you listening in learning and development.
that's right. And, when we talk about AI agents, it's important to clarify, we mean systems that do more than just answer one question.
Right, not just a chatbot.
Exactly. They use large language models, sure, but they're built to actually plan things out and then execute complex tasks all on their own, autonomously.
Okay, so that planning and execution part is really the key difference here.
It is.
They're not just taking one prompt, giving one answer. It's more like having a really smart intern, maybe. You give them a goal,
Yeah, that's a decent analogy.
and they figure out the steps, they take action, check if it actually worked, and kind of loop back until the job's done.
Precisely. We saw some early examples that got people talking, things like AutoGPT or Baby AGI.
Right, those generated some buzz.
They did. And now people are using more structured ways to build them, like frameworks, LangChain or Crew AI, embedding these capabilities into real applications.
Gotcha. So they can handle workflows with multiple steps without needing a human to poke them at every stage.
Exactly.
And that sounds like something incredibly relevant for L&D, doesn't it? So many of our processes are multi-step.
Absolutely.
Mm.
And I think what's really fascinating and why we wanted to talk about this is why it's potentially such a big deal for L&D folks like you. These agents are fundamentally designed to automate those complex multi-part tasks we mentioned. They're good at things like generating content, analyzing info, managing detailed workflows.
So we could actually have AI assistants that aren't just tools you use, but assistants that genuinely act and operate on their own to get something done.
That's the idea, achieving a defined objective autonomously.
Okay, this is where it starts getting really practical, I think, for our listeners. You can start seeing the applications.
Yeah.
Like, imagine a course creation agent. Maybe. Instead of you manually building every single slide and quiz,
Right.
you could potentially task an agent build a 2-week onboarding plan for new sales hires.
And the agent could then autonomously draft module outlines, maybe come up with some quiz questions, suggest activities, even structure a feedback process.
Wow. Okay. That's just one area. What else?
Well, think about managing learner journeys. We could see learning progress monitors,
Okay.
agents that automatically track how everyone's doing in a program, spot who might be falling behind.
And then proactively do something, not just flag it.
Exactly. Proactively recommend specific next steps or resources tailored just for that person.
So moving from just tracking things reactively to providing proactive support, what about personalization? Going deeper there.
Yeah, this tech makes truly scalable personalization seem actually feasible. We could be looking at personal learning coaches.
Like an AI coach.
Kind of. An AI that plans, delivers, and constantly adjusts someone's training plan based on how they're doing and what they need next. All autonomously, interacting right with the learner.
Autonomous personalized coaching. That is quite a shift in how we'd support people.
It really is.
And for more hands-on skills,
Hmm.
simulations and things.
For that kind of experiential learning,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, simulation builders look like a really powerful application.
How so?
An agent could pull together relevant scenarios, maybe write detailed scripts for role-playing or complex simulations, and basically build out entire interactive training environments. Automatically, based on a learning objective you define.
Okay, that could seriously speed up creating immersive learning content.
Definitely.
And what about bigger picture stuff, like tackling skill gaps across the organization?
Yeah, another strong possibility. Think, skill gap analysts.
Oh,
An agent could ingest job descriptions, look at people's learning histories, scan your whole library of courses and resources,
And-
and then generate detailed, objective reports showing the gaps for individuals or whole teams. Plus, importantly, maybe offer concrete recommendations for training to fill those gaps.
Right, so moving away from the manual data crunching towards acting on real-time insights.
That's the potential, shifting the focus.
So wrapping this up a bit, what does this all mean for you, the listener in L&D? It seems like AI agents are showing up as these potential autonomous assistants.
Capable of thinking, planning, executing. Handling complex tasks that, let's be honest, currently take up a lot of human time and effort.
Across content creation, learner management, analysis.
Yeah, all those core areas. And if you connect this to the bigger picture, it's really about augmenting L&D capabilities, isn't it?
Augmenting how?
Well, letting teams potentially move away from some of the more tedious operational stuff
Right.
and focus more on the strategic design, the human interaction elements, and figuring out how to best leverage these powerful new tools.
So this has been a quick look, but the potential impact feels pretty significant. Agents handling whole workflows autonomously, creating courses, monitoring progress, coaching, building sims, analyzing skill gaps.
It's a lot to think about. So maybe here's a final thought for you to take away. With AI agents getting better and better at planning, acting, and executing autonomously across these key L&D functions,
Yeah.
what does that really imply for how your L&D team might operate in the, say, near future?
All right.
How could your own role change when you have autonomous agents as part of your toolkit?
Definitely some interesting food for thought there. We hope this deep dive gave you some valuable insights to consider.
Thanks for joining us today.